If you go to the State House in Augusta, normally you would find a lot of paintings of politicians, but only one of those dozens of pieces of art shows a woman.
Today that changes, at least for a time. Jerry Whitman is a painter who noticed the imbalance and made it her mission to paint every woman in Maine who has been elected to office. That'll wind up being nearly 500 paintings. Today's display is just 25, a bipartisan group of women who have worked to shape policy in Maine. Earlier this year, Don Kerrigan talked with Whitman about why she decided to take this challenge on.
With just a small bit of paint,
I am trying to shape her neck a little bit better.
And delicate strokes of the brush,
And then I'll work on her necklace.
Jerry Whitman crafts a portrait a little closer to perfection.
Up here.
Jerry has been an artist for years, originally doing landscapes.
She has a beautiful complexion, so I'm trying to make sure that I captured it in the right skin tones.
And because she lives just a few miles down the road from the Maine State House, Jerry wondered if maybe she could get the chance to paint the portrait of Governor Mills.
And then I took my granddaughter to the Capitol to show her what I was wanting to do. And at the Capitol, I realized there are no women portraits hanging there. There is Margaret Chase Smith.
Margaret Chase Smith, Maine's legendary senator of the 1950s and 60s. But all the other portraits she found were men.
How can I tell my granddaughter, you can do anything you want, but hang on these walls?
Then one day, Jerry's state senator, Eloise Vitelli, made a campaign stop at her house.
And she said, is there anything I can do? And I was like, yes, you can. You can answer this question. Why are there no women hanging in the Capitol? Why is this, we're clearly in the 2000s, in the 2020s, and it's still the same as it was in the 1800s and early 1900s. Why?
The senator said it was a good point. So Jerry Whitman has set out to change things. She is now devoted to painting portraits of women who have been elected to the legislature or Congress in Maine. Like former Senate President Libby Mitchell, former legislator and U.S. Senator Olympia Snowe, and current Speaker of the House, Rachel Talbot Ross.
My favorite one is Rachel Talbot Ross, the Speaker of the House. There's just something about her that glows. And since the moment I did that, I have loved it.
Former Republican leader Ellie Espling posed for Jerry's camera. All the others, she says, are based on official photos from the legislature or congressional offices.
So you like these?
Oh, I love them. I don't even, the only time I look to see if they're, what side of the aisle they're on is when I'm trying to make sure everybody's equally represented.
Jerry did the research and found there have been 479 women elected to state or federal office in Maine since women got the vote in 1920. That includes Dora Pinkham from Fort Kent, the very first woman elected to the legislature in 1922.
She won in 1922, took office in 23. She lost in 24, but came back in 26 and won a Senate seat. She should be represented way better. She started this whole thing. 100 years later, we have a female governor.
Do you ever have to start over?
Oh, yes.
Each of them, says Jerry, played their part in Maine history, including Sarah Gideon, former Speaker of the House and former U.S. Senate candidate.
And you don't want it to be like hard, crisp edges on the face. You want them to be soft and rounded.
Jerry says each of these portraits, when done, will have taken about 40 hours to paint.
These are not meant to be an official portrait. What these are meant to do is to bring attention to women who have served.
For now, this is a labor of love. No one is paying her for the portraits. Jerry works a regular job stitching boots at LL Bean. She plans to complete the first 25 portraits, then take them up to the State House for a show in March during Women's History Month.
We have come a long way, but you know what? If you look back, you don't see that history, and that's why this is so important.
There are photographs in the State House of women elected as Speaker of the House or Senate President. But Jerry Whitman says Maine's history, Maine's women, and young people deserve more.
How many did you say since 1920 have been elected in Maine?
479 up to 2022.
So you've got a ways to go.
I got a ways to go. I will probably be working on this project the rest of my life, so.
And that's okay.
It's okay.
Jerry Whitman says somewhere around the Capitol, all these women deserve a place on the wall, just like the men.
That was Don Kerrigan. The display, by the way, just closed up for the day. If you missed it, it will also be on display at the Margaret Chase Smith Library, which is in Skowhegan, from May 20th through November 27th.
Her first batch of portraits does include one of Governor Mills, but Jerry says she still hopes to be one of the artists considered for painting the governor's official portrait before she leaves office. She should definitely be a contender in that.
Yes, with that kind of work.
Yeah.
Beautifully done.
That wraps up